Welcome to Duo Chat with Brittany and Cynthia, where we talk about drama shows from shows ranging from the 90s to today.
Hi everyone, I'm Brittany.
And I'm Cynthia. And once again, Jaycee is with us.
Hey guys,
Hi.
thanks for having me back. I'm excited to be back.
But are you really
I am.
for this episode?
Well, I mean, not because of this episode, but to be here and talk to y'all. But this episode was boring.
No, it sucked. So I guess all the boring writers were on Dawson's Creek. That's what I'm learning.
Yeah, honestly. There's a few exciting episodes. Last one I really liked, but this one was just kind of a boring follow-up.
Yeah.
It was definitely not needed.
Well, I feel like it's setting the scene for like the next, like what's to come.
Yeah, for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, remember I don't even know what happened in the episode. So
You'll you'll figure it out. You might agree by the end of this.
agree what?
It's setting the scene for what's about to come.
Why what's gonna come?
Well, I'm not gonna try to spoil the whole thing yet.
Okay, JC.
I don't know what's to come, but I can guess from what happens in this episode.
Okay. All right, so the episode is, it's season 4, episode 15, titled Four Stories, air date February 14th, 2001, and the synopsis is.
Four separate plots are told in this episode. In about last night, Pacey and Jen, or not Jen, Joey, are left behind
It's
at the ski lodge.
Joey.
Yeah, I corrected myself, Brittany.
I'm
And
just
then
letting you know.
okay. In the big picture, Dawson is surprised to find out that he is in Mr. Brooks' will, where he was left a lot of money and access baggage. Jen goes to therapy, and seems like old times. Joey and Dawson spend an evening catching up.
All right. So,
They had to meet at the bus at 6:30 that morning.
6:30.
Mm-hmm.
what y'all
It's
think about the teacher finally trying to take some accountability for the weekend there at the end of it while letting all the crazy stuff go on.
Hey JC, talking about wake up call and bus ride. Do you remember what time we came in to school when the bus arrived from Washington?
No, too early. I know that.
It was like
Before
five.
school.
It was like I think it was like 5:30 we left
Oh
in the
wow.
morning. And we came back at like 6 in the morning.
And in the morning.
Yeah, we came back early in the morning.
I don't remember. I remember leaving early. I don't remember what
Yeah,
time we
remember
got
we
home.
all had to be there at like 4 something and then we left and then when we came back before all the students got in the building, because they
Oh,
came in at 7 something. So we were gone. We were home sleeping.
yeah, I don't remember. That was too long ago.
But yes, so I mean, I guess, because it is a class trip, they would have to leave early.
Yes. Well, I feel like they drove quite a distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Janet,
So what did you think when the teacher said what he said to Jen? I caught that part.
if she wants to do any more delinquent acts, you mean?
Yeah. I was like, what?
And then her punishment is the chicken soup her soul has been crying out for. That was weird to me.
This whole thing was
Well,
weird.
the chicken, well, you guys know them books, Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Yeah. I never read them, but yeah.
I never read them either.
Oh,
I
that's
think
probably
they
what
had
that was a reference
I
to.
think they had like heartfelt heartwarming stories in them.
Hmm.
I think that's kind of what he was referring to, making her. I don't know.
Right.
I never read them really.
It's just your theory.
I read a story or two, and my mom had one when I was younger, but that's all.
I thought it was funny when Jen was trying to defend herself, saying the bottles were like airplane bottles, and then that's when Jack just pulled her onto the bus. before she can make things worse for
I
herself.
know all she was gonna do is punish herself even more.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's gonna make it worse.
Okay. But then Drew, pain in the ass Drew.
Where's
Just
the girl?
well, first, remember he was late. And then when the teacher or whatever, I don't even know his name. When he was like, then he was like, "Where's Pacey and Joey?" And then Drew was like, "Oh, they're right there making out." It's like, oh my God. Now I have a question though. Like, as your like, if that was your friends, Pacey and Joey, and you got on the bus and they weren't there and you were leaving, like for Jen and Jack, wouldn't you say something if you were Jen and Jack, like, "Hey, my friends aren't on the bus"?
Yeah, they should have noticed. Yeah.
Like, would you really leave me behind?
No.
They might have been paying attention because they were worried about what had happened the night before.
Yeah. And
So
then
they're
Jen
not
was there
good
drinking.
friends.
Well, they're
And
probably
then
hungover.
they're not good friends. I would say they probably had other things that they're on their mind at the time that they were really worried about.
Yeah, and they were probably hungover too. So
Yeah, because they were
Making excuses for him.
I know if I drank all sorts of different kinds of liquor like that, I would not be feeling good in the morning.
Well, I'm surprised Jen even made it to the bus.
I know.
She probably spent all night in the bathroom puking.
Oh yeah, mixing all the liquor she did. Ooh, I don't know how she did it.
so why do you think that Drew purposely told the teacher that they were on the bus when they weren't?
So they could leave without him.
He
Yeah,
likes.
Exactly what happened.
but
I
why
think
did
he
he?
likes to sabotage people. I think he gets a kick out of it.
Yeah, because
Mhm.
he knows they have no money to get home. Because he's
I
an
think
ass.
I think it's just because of Joey too.
Yeah, he likes Joey. He wants to
Yeah,
stir up some drama.
see, that was the thing is he likes Joey and he loves getting after her. So
Yeah,
it was just another way. But the problem is they don't have money like he does to get home.
right. I don't know if he was really thinking about the money aspect. I think he was just
He thought it would be funny if they didn't weren't on the bus.
yeah, he just wanted to cause drama.
Yeah. But of course, they're in bed.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Jaycee's favorite part.
Oh, I didn't say that was my favorite part, did I? No, what did I write?
No, I think it was Cynthia that said it.
No.
I don't
I
think
certainly didn't say it.
I don't think anybody said that was their favorite part.
I didn't say it.
I said my favorite was Dawson playing Mr. Brooks's film, so
No, it was Cynthia. She liked the sex scene.
I don't think so.
I was just saying because it finally happened because it was getting annoying that
See, she
they're
did say
arguing
it.
about it. And they kept fighting about it.
Right. It's finally over. We don't gotta hear about it.
Mhm.
Oh, we got to hear about it.
Oh, I know that. Oh, you know what happens now.
Yes, I do. Okay, did you like this episode how it was again chopped? This time it really was into stupid like 10-minute stories. I
What do
get
you
the
mean?
four
That's how
stories.
it is.
Stupid. What?
How the show is.
But it's so stupid. Like it doesn't even go together. Why can't they just have like normal episodes?
Well, they're off doing different things right now because they're not all together, so they have to show in different areas
When have they ever been together?
in school.
No, they haven't.
Yeah, they have. They make them do school projects and stuff together all the time.
No, they don't. When
Which,
have we seen them together?
which island at Dawson's house when that couple was there for
You're going back
Halloween?
to season 1 and season 3.
Well, yeah, you said when.
Yeah, so that's been a whole season since they've been together.
No, they've done other things too.
No.
Well, then it's been like this all season. So what do you mean? What? It's all choppy. It's been choppy all season. because they're all doing different things. It's senior year, so
Yeah, but this really was. They were definitely off. It was definitely like you could have done 4 different episodes.
I don't know if each thing needed its own episode. That would have been just boring to see that all of
Well,
it dragged out.
no, they didn't. I didn't even need this episode though. That's the problem.
Yes, you do for things to come.
I did not need this episode.
Yes,
I
you do.
was sleeping through the whole Dawson and Jen storylines.
Well, so when Dawson's or if Jen's in therapy again later on, you're gonna wonder how she got there.
I'll just
And
ask you.
and if Dawson's off doing great things, you're gonna wonder how he
Whoa,
got
whoa,
there.
whoa. Time out. Time out. Time out. Off doing great things?
Yeah.
Like what? What in the hell would he be doing?
I'm not trying to jump too far ahead.
You don't even know. You said you stopped after this season.
Yeah, but you told me things that happened.
Oh my God. He ain't gonna do great things. He's Dawson.
Well, I'm not trying to say what happens in the future.
Hang on. Dawson lover.
No, you're asking me how this
Dawson
episode
lover. You remember when you said
needs to be there, and this is why it needs to be there, so we can see why things happen in the future the way they do.
hey, look who is defending Dawson right
I'm not
now.
defending Dawson. I'm defending the writers putting this episode in the show.
It was pointless.
Well, you want to see other people's point of view. I'm just giving you it.
Cynthia, what did you like about this episode? Anything? Like, what did you like it that it was all different stories?
Yeah, I didn't mind it too much. It was just really the
Did you
aftermath
fall
of
asleep
everything.
anytime?
No.
No.
So
Did you guys like Jen in therapy?
no.
Mm, the first time I watched it, I was really annoyed
hmm
at how she treated the guy, but also at the same time, like I understood kind of how she felt because he really wasn't very welcoming. He didn't try to like get to know her in a warm way. So I can understand why she wouldn't want to open up and talk to him.
Right.
Yeah, he definitely seemed cold when she was just trying to like get comfortable.
Right.
hmm
Like
Now
it.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
I don't have it written down, but it's just off my head. But I remember you said you can answer for me.
Yeah.
When in the show did they tell Jen that this was her punishment?
They didn't say it. It was implied because when she was getting on the bus, he said that what did he say exactly, Cynthia? The
About
teacher.
getting the chicken soup that her soul was craving or crying out to.
Well, they're gonna do it, but how did you guys get that to therapy if they didn't say it?
It was
Mm,
implied.
yeah, and then he even asked her about the drinking that she did at the ski lodge too.
Because
And Jack.
I was just like, why is Jen in therapy all of a sudden?
But
Because her teacher made her go.
there's no other explanation.
Besides, it was random,
No, it wasn't random.
like this episode.
It wasn't random. Her teacher seen she obviously had a deeper problem and she needed something more than just a typical punishment.
hmm
Okay. But who's paying for the therapy sessions?
I don't know her
And
insurance.
Because it was the teacher that wanted her to go, as you two are telling me.
yeah,
hmm
it was court ordered and my insurance still paid.
And
And
maybe even her parents paid for it.
yeah, her mom,
Her parents that are never around,
I'm sure
Well,
they still send money.
they have money.
they don't mean anything. They don't know anything about their daughter.
Grams probably tells them stuff.
Yeah.
Eh. I don't even think Grams knows anything about Jen. We haven't really seen them together.
Yeah, not recently.
No. Yes, as you can tell, I'm trying to skip over the part I don't want to talk about.
What,
Which
Joey
part?
and Pacey?
Yeah.
Why don't you want to talk about it?
All right. Are you ready to talk about it?
We got it. That's part of the show.
Bull crap. We can take that part out.
No.
All right. Jaycee,
Yes.
you are the one that has given me the hardest time about Pacey.
Yes.
And here it is. I told you a while back that there are at least 2 occasions that I
Uh-huh.
do not understand Pacey.
Yes.
This was one of them.
Um, what, him asking Joey about how he was?
Just him being like, because he was also like distant with her.
Not like she was. From the first moment they woke up, you could tell she felt really awkward. I wrote down Joey looks awkward.
Yeah, but she usually looks awkward.
Extra awkward this time. Like she felt distant as soon as they showed him.
Yeah,
And
but then he
I
was
think
looking at her.
What?
I think Pacey was feeling that distance that and the awkwardness Joey was bringing. Like I get it, but she's been with this guy 9 months, and then she's gonna act like that to him the next
Okay, but
morning.
also too, like he was only concerned with how he did and everything and about himself. He wasn't concerned at all about how she was feeling.
Well, he was probably just as nervous, but he was actually at least trying to be there, and she was just like in her own head.
But I feel like he was nicer to Andy.
Mm,
Yeah, but we didn't see exactly the night after. We saw them later at school that day.
yeah.
Oh no, we saw him, remember? When I said still don't believe that they had sex?
They didn't
From
show
that
anything though.
stupid note thing, remember?
They
Yeah,
didn't really show the aftermath of it.
yeah, like right after, the morning of, because they were in school.
I don't
Does
know.
that
Joey
make
definitely
sense?
was being weird though to him from the moment before he woke up.
They kind of woke up together.
She was laying there awkward before he woke up.
You're gonna keep saying that.
Because I know it. I seen it.
I seen it.
Brittany was sleeping. Brittany
No,
said she was sleeping. You
no,
said she was sleeping, and Cynthia, didn't she say she was sleeping?
I did
Yeah.
not say through the Pacey and Joey I wasn't sleeping.
Well, how do I know? You were
I
sleeping through other parts.
yeah, once I got to Dawson, I went, "Ugh, no, like I can't watch this anymore."
I don't
No,
know. I can't blame Pacey for the way he acted, really.
sure. I still blame him. There you go. I'll give him a hard time.
I don't think he really did anything wrong.
It's just hard because we've seen him so loving with Andy.
He's still being loving. Joey's the one being standoffish.
Now, do you think, okay, without going ahead to the end, when you watch this, the both of you, did you think Joey was going to tell Dawson the truth of what happened? Like in that moment before it cuts to the end.
Yeah, I thought she was.
What?
I
Joey
thought she,
Potter.
I thought she was gonna be honest with him.
I didn't know what to expect. I was hoping she'd be honest, but at the same time, I could tell like you could tell she did not want to tell him, so I was like, I didn't know which way it was gonna go.
Hmm. Yeah, I was like, as soon as I was like, Joey, you're not gonna say anything. We know
At that
you.
point, it made me think she doesn't care as much about Pacey as she lets on.
Hmm.
And it bothered me for Pacey.
Well, because again, who's she thinking of?
She's only thinking of Dawson.
That's what I'm saying. And at some point in your relationship, you have to think of the person that you're with first.
Right.
Stop putting Dawson first.
Right. He might be your best friend, but
But that's
Pacey's your
it.
boyfriend.
Right. And it's like, and who do you want to be with? That's the
Right.
person that should always be number one.
I think she's regretting her choice at this moment of sleeping with Pacey, like when she's talking to Dawson. But she made the choice. Pacey didn't push her into it, so
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Pacey did not push her into it.
No, he didn't push her. She wanted to do it because remember he was like, he was still standoffish. She was like, what?
Yeah, and now I think she's regretting it, and I think she's trying to be, and that's why she's being so standoffish with him in the beginning. 'Cause she's like, "Oh shoot, I really wanted it to be Dawson."
Well, that's the thing is like now if you didn't know before, you know now that she imagined it being Dawson.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
never supposed to be Pacey.
yep. Poor
Yeah,
Pacey.
because well, Pacey wasn't really considering Joey's feelings the morning
You.
after
Thank you. That's just what I'm trying to say.
because he had already been with Miss Jacobs
Thank
and
you.
Andy. Well,
Thank
that was
you.
her first time, so she said that she couldn't help but like wonder like how if he's comparing her to them,
Right.
and
That's what
then
I'm saying. Is he was only concerned with himself.
hmm
And then
and
she was like, I can't compare it to anything else like you can.
yeah, and then like pushing her to say that it was more than just nice.
I did think that was funny when how did I do it? She said it was nice.
He felt offended. He felt like he wasn't good enough, I
Oh
think, when
yeah.
she told
Oh
him.
yeah. Did you hear him all of the words mind blowing and all that? It's like, oh my God. And then she was like, I'm sorry I didn't bring a dictionary.
Yeah, and then when they were in the lobby, they saw that couple making out and being really affectionate. So Pacey makes a comment about how Joey hasn't touched him all day, and he
But he
thought,
didn't put his arm around her either when they were
yeah, I
sitting on
know,
the couch. He's just in there eating his
yeah. So
chips. It's
yeah,
like,
he made her feel bad for no reason.
right. He's sitting
hmm
far away from her.
Yeah,
Like I could see if he was like, like grabbing her and stuff and like trying to
Mhm.
like be near her and then she was like, get away from me. But all he said was, you haven't touched me. And it's like, but you haven't really touched her either.
But
hmm
I'm still gonna stick with I got the vibe from Joey. She wasn't into him that morning.
And then
And
Well,
so maybe that's why he didn't want to be all touchy feely.
no,
She didn't in
I
her
think
bubble.
that, well, I think that she regretted it, but I still think he was cold. Like he didn't put her feelings in it at all.
yeah,
I could
so
see it, but I think he was feeling some type of way too. Like he
yeah, so
didn't feel the love from Joey.
I didn't feel the love from him
Because
to Joey.
she woke up giving him the cold shoulder.
Well, guess
anyway,
what? It's now 2-1.
well, the next scene right after that, she's crying now, and then that's when she tells him how it was nice because she felt safe.
Yeah.
So I didn't like how he kind of pushed her to, talk
Go
about it.
outside.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
start crying like that.
I
Yeah.
don't think it was
Yeah.
the time to talk, the
I
place to
think
talk about it.
I think she needed more time to process it before
Right.
talking about it.
Well, and plus Joey doesn't talk about sex.
hmm
Yeah, she's awkward when it comes to that.
Yeah. Okay, but how did you like though when they were getting their breakfast in the because they were getting like well they were getting
The
like
vending
chips and stuff out of
machines.
the vending
Yeah.
machine because
Yeah.
they had no money.
hmm
And which by the way, how were they getting home?
Gretchen was coming to pick them up.
Maybe they don't really
No, I think
specify that.
Pacey just said that they were stuck there. I think that's why he called Gretchen just to say that they were stuck.
Uh, I
because she
swear
was
somebody's going to pick them up.
because she was with Dawson the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody picked them up. Who picked them up? Was it Bess?
Probably best. But no, but talking about at the vending machine though, when he said I could do this forever, the back and the forth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was so sweet.
Yeah. And then it went downhill after that.
Yeah, I know. That was a sweet moment, and then it was over.
Mm-hmm.
Until we get outside. So yeah, so then Joey cries and then Pacey finally goes outside. Did he have to finish his bag of chips first?
But why does Dawson keep getting brought up in their relationship?
Because of Joey.
Yeah, but Pacey brought him up this time.
Because he saw it on her face.
Yeah. They need to leave Dawson out the relationship.
Because he said that he would tell everyone who he slept with. And she said, no, and then that's how it got started was because there's one person that she would not want to know, and it was Dawson.
Mm-hmm.
So it was Joey that brought it up because she doesn't want Dawson to know.
Oh,
But
yeah.
don't you think eventually Dawson's gonna be like, you two slept together? Like, you guys have been together for a year. I mean,
Right.
like it's gonna be in his head at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And you just gotta let him be. If he's gonna whine and be a baby, but who cares? Like, you're not with him.
Right.
Yeah. Unless you want just to, unless you just want to like be unhappy. I guess
Right.
that's what she wants.
She's just so stuck in the past right now.
But what did they really have that was so interesting
Nothing.
that you would want to keep or go back to?
Joey, I don't know. Maybe she's just comfortable with Dawson.
How could you not be comfortable with Pacey?
She don't make sense.
Uh, I mean, I think that's really what happened in that, 10, 12 minutes?
Yeah.
And then it goes on to Dawson and Gretchen. Well, okay, before that, did you hear Joey?
Which part?
She asked Pacey, can we do it again?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my
Here's the
God.
thing. She acted like she regretted it, but the truth of the matter is she liked it.
She did.
And she liked it with him.
Yup.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, see, but that's the thing. It's like, you don't make any sense though, because you were
No.
first like, ew, but then it's like, oh no, let's do it some more. And it's like, what?
Yeah.
Like all in the same time frame.
Don't make sense.
No. All right. So then it goes to your favorite couple, Dawson and Gretchen.
Oh, God. Gretchen just looks too old to be playing a 22-year-old. She seems like she's somebody's mom.
What?
It looks like she could be one of the moms on the show.
Well, Dawson looks like he could be one of the dads on the show.
He does. So they go together well.
Yes.
But she's being a nice, supportive girlfriend. I respect it. But Dawson's got a bad attitude right now, and I don't appreciate it.
Yes, but he just lost someone in his life. And remember, he hasn't lost anyone that's been close to him.
But he's kind of being disrespectful towards the guy.
By saying like he had nobody. But this
Yeah,
is true, but he didn't have anybody.
Well, he was also saying he was a nobody.
The actress that played Gretchen was actually kind of a bit older than she played here.
Okay.
Yeah, on the show she's about 22, but in real life at the time she was 28.
Oh, okay. Well, that
Yeah,
explains it.
but you said Jack was older, or the actor, so
Yeah, he is. He's about probably that same age too.
He got away with it though. She can't so much.
She does a Jack and oh my gosh, Jaycee. Now I don't really know if Grams likes Gretchen.
Why?
She had like a little attitude with Gretchen.
When?
Because Dawson ran out, and as as Dawson does, and Gretchen was gonna go after him, and Grams was like, says, "No, let me." And like kind of like gives her a look and walks out the door, and I was like, "Oh, I felt like tension in that."
I didn't sense anything.
I just thought Grams was doing it because she thought maybe she better understood the situation since she was close to Mr. Brooks. I don't think she
Yeah, me
meant
too.
anything with it.
Yeah, me too.
But oh, how did you like how when they walk in, when Dawson and Gretchen walk in, and Grams is holding a gun and says,
Oh, I think this will keep my granddaughter in line.
yeah, I was
Mhm.
like, oh my God. I was like, nothing's gonna keep your granddaughter in line.
That was kind of funny when she said that.
Mhm.
And then Dawson kind of like just like looked like what? Because like, and then I love how nobody said anything, and then they just moved on. Like it was like as if she never said it.
Like crazy old lady.
Yeah. But then like, okay, but then Dawson was like talking about how at the funeral there was only 5 people and only 2 people knew him.
Yeah.
Who was the 5 people? His mom, dad, and
Dad,
Gretchen.
Gretchen, and then Grams
Mhm.
and Dawson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I have another question. Okay, help me out. Um, when somebody dies,
Mhm.
you don't have the funeral the next day.
No.
So I'm trying to figure out how in the world they could like because the group is still coming home from the trip, which was
Right.
the next day or something. So
Okay.
how in the world could they have a funeral the next day for him?
Realistically, you don't.
No. I have never been to one where it's like someone dies and tomorrow there's the funeral. No.
Maybe because he didn't have anybody in his life, they didn't really have to plan a funeral. They just had a little service for him the next day. That's all I could think of, but otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Because remember, then Joey kind of apologizes for not being there. And it's like, you were only gone for the weekend.
Mhm.
Yeah, they make it seem like it was a longer time frame when it wasn't.
Yeah, they act like it's been a whole week and it hasn't.
That one wasn't thought over too well.
Oh, nothing on this show is thought over very well. But I was just like, that doesn't make any sense to me that the funeral's done and over with.
I didn't think about that, but now that you point it out, it's like, why did they do it like that?
Yeah, it's like, because then Joey would have been there because she would have been in town.
Right.
I just didn't understand that. And I'm sure Jen and Jack probably would have been there too because they're friends with Dawson. It's just weird. I'm like,
Yeah.
some of the people, not Pacey, but the rest of them would have been there.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
So it didn't make any sense. But then Grams was, I guess, nice offering Mr. Brooks's stuff to Dawson.
I thought that was kind of sweet, though, because he was
I
like,
thought, yeah, I thought it was sweet because Dawson's into it all, but I was like, it's not your stuff to give away.
oh, true.
But
Well,
then I,
Grams did say that Mr. Brooks said he didn't want his stuff sitting around collecting dust in
well,
boxes. So she
well,
was just trying to get rid of it and keep with his wishes, I think.
well, and two, I thought it was weird that she was offering Mr. Brooks' stuff when didn't Dawson inherit everything?
No, he only got money.
Yeah, I
Then
don't
who
think
owns who owns the house?
it's probably just
I don't know.
being sold and he's probably
Because
getting money.
because Mr. Brooks doesn't have anybody in his life, so that's why he left everything to Dawson.
Usually at that point, I think the house gets sold and the money gets like given to that person that it was left to.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like Dawson would get it all.
I'm pretty sure he just got money. Since Mr. Brooks had no next of kin, they probably would have had a open auction, like open house for his
Yeah.
things to be sold off, and then I'm guessing the money would go back to the town, Capeside.
Yeah, usually if it's not left to somebody, that's how it goes.
But
Hmm.
it was Dawson.
I don't think
No,
everything was left to Dawson.
yeah, Dawson only mentioned money when he told Joey, so he didn't say like the house or the land or anything. He just said money.
Okay.
Well, it has to be specified if it's the stuff.
Yes, for my sake, it does. I need it like written out of what's happening. Well, they don't do a good job explaining things, so I just need everything written out. But then it was weird. I mean, I don't know. I don't really wasn't into Dawson and Gretchen acting.
Uh,
I thought it was cute.
it was cute.
I was tuned out.
I thought maybe that would have shown like Dawson maybe turning his script into a movie, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I just felt like this storyline went on forever.
Well, Gretchen did say it was Mr. Brooks who brought them together, so I thought that was cute too.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
Did he really
Hmm.
bring them together?
Yeah, at least for the mistletoe part when they had that kiss.
Yeah, but they were already growing closer every episode.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying like he like actually physically pushed them together at least.
And but I feel like they would have found a different way if it wasn't that.
Maybe, but
Yeah.
let them have their moment.
I'm the Scrooge, remember?
Yeah.
Um, okay, but then Dawson did say though that Mr. Brooks was a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought it was a little dramatic for that slow-mo at the end where Dawson puts the prop hat back in the mannequin.
Oh, yeah.
Like that was like saying goodbye to Mr. Brooks, but I think it was just a little too much. They could have just had him like the regular speed and put it back. So,
Yeah. It was kind of weird.
hmm.
Well, I thought it was good that Dawson is getting an eye opener of what his future is
Yeah.
because his future is Mr. Brooks.
Not necessarily. He can
Yeah,
change
huh?
it.
Remember in Mr. Brooks' story, Mr. Brooks didn't get the girl. Mr. Brooks gave up on his film. Like it's all
But
about it like
It
leads
doesn't
to Dawson.
doesn't
Dawson
mean
seems
Dawson did the same.
so he doesn't do the same thing.
Well, yeah, but this is his eye opener that if he doesn't change, he's gonna
Yeah.
end up like Mr. Brooks.
Right. So now he knows he has to change.
Yeah,
Hmm.
but will he?
Well, I guess we'll see.
It's Dawson.
We shall see.
It's your boyfriend.
No.
Um, okay, Jen in therapy though.
Hmm.
She really is a klutz all of a sudden.
Yeah,
Oh,
breaking the frame.
Yeah.
And then the frames fell kind of slow. I feel like somebody could have caught it.
yeah. They just kind of watched it go.
Yeah.
Um,
I thought she was gonna make that therapist like go crazy with what she was saying to him.
Right.
you don't think he's heard bad things?
Oh, I'm sure he has, but the way he dismissed her and told her she could leave, like she really pushed his buttons. She
Yeah,
really got under his skin.
he even said that he would write that she made the requirement
Yeah, but it
for the
was only to
school.
get her back.
Mm,
No, I think he was ready to let her go.
yeah,
I don't.
I think so.
No. Um,
Yeah, because she was about to leave, but then she asks if she's really screwed up, and then that's when he talks to her. I think he
Yeah,
was gonna let her go if she hadn't asked him that question.
I don't know. I was sleeping, remember?
yeah, you were, because that's totally what happened.
I didn't like this. It was too okay. Didn't you think it went on for too long?
It didn't seem that long to me.
No,
Jen's storyline.
No,
no.
wasn't it just that one scene?
You just
It,
you just want the whole. You just want it to be the Pacey show. We know this, Brittany.
so does most people.
Well,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the shortest one with Jen out of the
I
three.
felt like it went on forever.
I mean, four, not three.
Jaycee, you
yeah,
wouldn't want the Pacey story? Come on now.
I think it would get old if it was just Pacey.
No.
Yes,
No.
that's just a matter of opinion, Brittany.
hmm
You're not always right.
Sure I am. Don't you remember
No.
Brittany's always right?
Where did that come from? Because I never heard that.
I am always right.
I beg to differ. You think
Um,
you're always right.
I
And then
am always
somehow,
right.
Joey and Dawson both end up at the movie theaters at the same
Yeah,
time.
right. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
and then
This
she
whole time,
didn't
this whole
know.
9 months, they haven't. What'd you say,
What,
Jaycee?
JC?
She acts surprised to see him like Dawson wouldn't be at the movie theater.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he goes to movies. Doesn't he just rent them?
No,
No, he
he
goes to them sometimes.
movie
Yeah, when
theater
he's on a date.
movies.
Well, this time he wasn't. They didn't even say what movie they were going to see, but yeah, because it was Friday and this girl that was at the movie theaters at the time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but who was he going with himself?
Yeah, he could have.
Because then they like had I don't know, then they were in some restaurant or something.
Yeah, she was like, "You
hmm
want to hang out or catch up?" She said, "Catch up" or something.
Yeah.
Somewhere and catch
Yeah,
up.
and then they were walking outside and I was like, all right.
I think they went
Um,
to a coffee shop or something.
but it was weird because she wasn't with Pacey and he wasn't with Gretchen.
Well, it made sense for him to be there alone, but no, not Joey.
No, because he takes all of his dates on to the movies, so
Yeah.
he would have taken Gretchen.
Maybe Gretchen didn't want to see the movie he wanted to see.
Ooh, for once somebody didn't like it.
I guess.
You're
Oh, it's his girl.
probably out clubbing with her friends.
The other movie was his girl on Friday.
Um, did you notice that it was black and white zooming into the theater outside?
No.
How did you not catch that? It was black and white screen, and then it gets color as you zoom into Dawson and Joey.
hmm
I was probably writing something down.
I think the whole title was His Girl Friday because that's a 1940 movie. Now that would make sense that Dawson would go there by himself for an old movie, but not Joey.
Yeah, that's weird. She probably went there looking for him.
Well, of course
Maybe.
she did, because
Yeah.
she's weird. Um, okay, but then it just got awkward because Dawson says that Joey looks different. Do you think she looks different?
No, that's just a way for him to bring it up. And they use that in so many shows and movies when girls lose their virginity. It's so stupid because she don't look any different.
No, I was like, she looks like the same girl.
Maybe he just sensed a vibe different about her.
That had to have been what it was because she didn't look no different.
Right.
I think it was how awkward she was.
Probably.
But she's
She
always
was
kind of awkward when she
awkward.
sees him for the first time after a while,
Yeah.
especially after now sleeping with Pacey. So that makes sense.
Yep.
Only because she doesn't know what to say, even though she told Pacey she would tell him the truth.
hmm
She's a liar.
Liar.
Hey, that's literally what I wrote too, that Joey is a liar.
Yeah, I wrote Joey lies.
Yeah, so Dawson told Joey about the money that Mr. Brooks left for him, and he thinks maybe he could pay his college tuition for it, but then Joey suggests making a movie.
Yeah, is she gonna be the producer again?
Oh
No.
gosh.
So we can watch their stupid movies again?
He says,
No.
"Don't spend it on women and booze, but if you do, it better be great women and great booze." I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
I'm sure you did.
And then after the diner, they ended up on those swings, like in season 1.
Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, that's cheesy.
That wasn't in season 1.
Well,
Or
whenever
2.
they
Oh yeah, season 2. It
Because
seemed a
remember
long
they're
time ago.
making out on the swings.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me see.
And then Dawson did tell
Well,
Joey that
Dawson
what?
says that he has a feeling. Okay.
Mhm.
That something happened on the trip. It he's just I don't know, it just was so stupid because I was like, you have a feeling? First of all, when you ask the question if they slept together, Joey, it took her forever to say the word no, that it didn't happen.
Yeah.
How do you say I have a feeling? You Joey couldn't answer that any slower.
Right.
I was
I
like,
don't know.
all you gotta do is ask that question, and she's no. And it's like, and the way she said it wasn't no.
She had this big long explanation before no.
And okay, my thing too. Okay, and here's to the writers and to the Dawson fans. If Dawson knows Joey so well, he should have known she was lying
Well, I guess we'll find out. Maybe he does know.
because he just took it and was like, okay, like I feel better. And it's like, that's not what happened.
Maybe he just thought she wouldn't lie about it. Like he
But
trusts her not to lie.
if he knows her so well, he would know that she's lying.
Yeah, but normally she doesn't lie to him, so
She lies all the time. Hello, remember season 3? She liked Pacey, but she didn't tell him.
it's different. That's not lying. That's just
Not
not
telling the
telling him.
truth.
That's not lying though, because he didn't straight up ask her. He asked her if they slept together, and she says no.
Oh no, she goes, no. It's like,
No, she went on a whole explanation,
I
and
know, but
then
it
said,
took her
"You
forever. I
know,
was
did her
like,
sleep with Pacey?"
but I was like, who takes that long to say no?
Joey,
She was
because she
probably
lied.
deciding. Yeah, she's probably deciding in that moment what she should say.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just saying if somebody's taking that long to answer, that's the answer.
Mm, I don't know about that.
Jaycee.
Because we already know Joey's uncomfortable talking about sex, so either way, I feel like even
Then she
saying
should have
yes
just
would
said
have.
no
She did say no.
after about 10 minutes.
I think she was trying to decide if she wanted to tell
Yeah,
him the
which
truth or
lie
not.
yeah, who she should lie to. Yeah.
No, if she was gonna, not who she should lie to, but if she was gonna tell him the truth or not.
Well, now she lied to both of them. So,
She doesn't even owe Dawson an explanation, first of all.
well, and Dawson doesn't need to know if they slept together.
It's not his business.
No. Well, okay, when she said I could ask you that same thing about Gretchen,
He's like,
he
no.
said exactly. He said it right away, no, but she took forever. First of all, she said I could ask you the same thing, as in she hasn't responded yet. She's just asking you. Like, what? She was just waiting to see what you were gonna say. Like, it was weird. I was like, just say no.
Why? Why lie? She shouldn't have lied.
I know she shouldn't have lied, but she was taking forever to say it.
Yeah.
But my thing is, so she lied to Dawson, and now she lied to Pacey because she told Pacey that she would tell Dawson the truth.
Yeah. She's ruining it with Pacey by doing that.
Yeah.
I think part of the reason why she lied is because they were having a good time catching up, and Dawson told her that she's his best friend no matter what, and Joey finished
Yeah.
with, "You'll always have a piece of my heart,
Yes,
not a
best
huge piece, just
friend.
enough." Yeah, but
Best friend. Keep it.
Joey just didn't want to like ruin that moment because
I could see
she knows
that.
that Dawson probably wouldn't have liked to hear that they slept together, but yeah, she's just still protecting his feelings.
No,
I
I
can see
think,
that.
well, yeah, again, she's putting Dawson first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who in the hell is her boyfriend? I thought it was Pacey.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she still cares about her best friend.
How many times have they spent together as friends in this season?
I mean, they're still friends. It doesn't matter if they spent the time together or not.
Yeah.
They don't know anything about each other
That's why they just caught up.
in one night.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
could have.
I know. She's still ruining it with Pacey
Yeah.
because now he won't be able to trust her because she's a liar.
Yeah.
And they were doing so good.
They weren't in the beginning of the episode.
No, I meant like their time together. I didn't mean in the episode.
Because most of their time spent together was alone.
That's because all they need is each other.
Yeah. They were in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, well, guess what? Dawson and Joey have never been in the honeymoon phase.
They were for a minute.
No,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
fought.
they
They
were.
fought right from the start. Right, Cynthia?
Yeah, I think after their first kiss they did for a second there.
Yeah. Because then he stole her diary and then he told her
Yeah, but that was a lot later.
no, it wasn't. It was like
Yeah.
episode 2 or 3 that he stole it.
I don't know. I don't remember. Too long ago.
So yeah, that was the whole episode. Oh yay. That was such a great episode.
It was boring.
It was stupid. Okay, so for me, the high was when it was over.
And you're low?
Jen storyline.
You can't say when it was over. You got to pick a high.
I can't pick a
Oh, she's picked clothes before as her high before or low.
Pick something.
I can't. Okay, when Pacey and Joey made up at the end. Or the other one was when they were when he said he could do this forever, the back and forth. That was my high.
Okay. At least you
Fine.
picked one.
What's yours?
My high was Dawson getting that big inheritance so he can like go to college or make a film or something.
How much was it?
They didn't say, but you know it's a lot.
Yeah.
And then my low was Dawson's bad attitude in the beginning, like being kind of talking down upon Mr. Brooks when he received that huge inheritance. I mean, he didn't know he was getting it, but still.
Mm-hmm.
He was just grieving, Jaycee.
Yeah, sure.
What's yours, Cynthia?
The low was Pacey and Joey arguing about the night before because they weren't really communicating that well. And then the high was, before at least till the very end when Joey and Dawson spent that time together.
Yeah, I like that.
And then also with Mr. Brooks Staines, I can't help but wonder, like, with all this movie props, like that's already something I feel like Dawson could use to his advantage if he did want to make a movie with the money. So he kind of like
Ooh,
Mr. Brooks kind of set him up too there. So
yeah, I didn't
because
even
I would
think
use
about
them, I would use them for something.
Well, I think that's why Graham said you should take some of this stuff.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
No, it's yours, Britt. Oh no, yours already. So rating.
I would rate this a 4. I couldn't wait for it to be over.
I only gave it a 5 because I was kind of bored with it.
See?
Yeah, I said 5 too.
See, we
And
all
then
hated this episode.
Best and worst.
Yeah, who's yours?
Mine.
Yeah.
I said
I can't
best.
wait to hear Jaycee. Look at her face already.
Now I'm looking at some Brittany's.
I put best as Gretchen just because she was there for Dawson.
Yes.
You didn't really have anybody else really to go through with this besides for Graham's. with Mr. Brooks' death, and then the worst was Pacey, just because I didn't like how he treated Joey the morning of. So
I
not to
feel
get
like
her
Brittany put the same one. I
consideration.
feel like Pacey was her worst.
Jaycee, what's yours?
My best was Graham's for supporting Dawson. And then my worst was Dawson for acting the way he did. And like asking Joey that personal question, that was not his business.
Oh, okay.
Brittany?
So the best was, drum roll, Gretchen.
Yeah, she was good.
Yeah, I like the supporting role that she had with Dawson because Joey couldn't fill that.
Yes.
And the worst was someone that was barely in it.
Who?
Drew.
Jen? Oh,
Oh my gosh. Because he made him get left behind.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
What if they didn't have the money and they were literally stuck there? What if something happened to him? He would be responsible.
I wouldn't say it's the teacher who's responsible for not taking roll call.
yeah.
He did as they were getting on, but Drew just was like, there they are.
Did not take roll call. He took another student's word.
Yeah, because usually teachers wait until everybody's on the bus and then they do roll call, not wait till when they get on the bus. So
Yeah.
Well, anyway, I picked Drew.
Okay. Why? Because you didn't want to pick Pacey. You had to find a reason not to pick Pacey.
Whatever you say, Jaycee.
You were talking all this crap about Pacey in the beginning, and now Drew's your worst character. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. I see what you did there.
Why? What did I do there?
You just found a reason not to pick Pacey as the worst.
Well, he wasn't the worst.
You really fought hard saying he was bad in the beginning.
Because I didn't agree with it.
Well, you should have picked him as the worst then.
I think Drew was horrible that he left them behind.
He didn't leave
As
them.
a joke, as a joke.
Let's be honest, he didn't leave them. It's the teacher's fault. You can't blame Drew.
yeah.
I'm going to blame Drew.
No. At the end of the day, it's the teacher's responsibility.
I'm still blaming Drew.
Nope.
Yep.
Facts
Drew,
are the teacher
Drew wasn't
was
yeah.
responsible.
Drew wasn't responsible for Joey and Pacey.
You know what, Cynthia?
Two against one, Brittany.
Drew is still a bad character
He is
in this episode.
overall.
Well, thank you.
But
For
from
admitting
what
Drew's
you're
bad.
saying, what you were saying, from what you're saying, Pacey should have been your worst.
No, he should. Oh my God. No, it could have been any of them. This
Yeah.
episode was so bad, it could have been any of them. Okay, fine. You want me to change my answer?
Yeah.
Okay, the writers.
Ah, they're not a character.
They made the characters.
Bernie, if we had said the writers, you wouldn't have let that slide.
Nope.
I picked Drew and you're giving me a hard time, so I picked the writers.
Because I know your true feelings.
Yes, and I love Pacey.
I know you do.
Yes, and I will defend him, just not what he did.
Then he should be your worst.
No, I've already picked him as my worst.
One time.
No, a few times.
Okay, 2 times.
You just weren't here. All right, what's the next episode?
Episode 16, Mind Games.
Oh, God. All right, thanks for listening.
Yep, and we'll see you next
later.
time.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks for listening to this episode of Duo Chat. If you want to chime in with your opinion about the episode and the show we discussed, you can email us at duochatpodcast@gmail.com. And to keep up with updates about the podcast, you can follow us at Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Duo Chat Podcast. And give us a review wherever you listen to podcasts. We would really appreciate it.